really mean to tell me, Nate, you really mean to tell me that Barack Obama, he just went up through the ranks. He came out of nowhere, and there was no such thing as a black senator for go back 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years. When did you ever hear of a black senator? This guy came out of nowhere. Nobody knew this dude, and all of a sudden this guy becomes a senator. And what is that, in 2005? And then after a couple of years, he decides to run for president. He goes from senator to running for president, and he becomes the president. And he's the worst president that in the history of the president of the United States. You telling me that that's not a conspiracy, man? You telling me that Barack Hussein Obama just worked his way up there? He was that smart that he worked his way up there and he became the fucking president, man. Give me a break, man. But you know what, Nate? I know that you're an insider, man. And I used to say that I believe you a man of the Lord. I don't see that, brother. It's hard for me to believe that, man. It's hard for me to believe that, man. Okay? And then there was a video right there. There was a video that's right. I concur. And there's a video put up about the name, and a lot of you IUIC guys got mad because he said that the name is Christ, and your buddy the Lima was his name, a thun. He said, you got to watch out for slick talking brothers, or they can never explain their doctrine in the English. And then you came back and said, then he said the Greek, the Paleo Hebrew. And then you, nigga, Nate, you said the Greek, the Hebrew, Ebonics. You saying that the Hebrew is Ebonics? Most High gonna destroy your ass, man. Like I said, I used to believe that you are gonna come out of that shit, but that's hard to believe, man. Yeah. Now you still might be able to come out of it, but the Most High gonna have to do something to your family, man. Yeah. He gonna have to take your whole family and humble your ass, man. And he gonna have to break that gathering that you got, man. The gathering in Christ. He gonna have to break all that shit up, man. Yeah. He gonna have to break you guys down. And then you guys that follow Nate, man, you guys don't have your own mind. You don't have your own, you do not have your own mind. Anybody that comes up under Nate, you do not guarantee you do not have your own mind, man. All right? Nate is the new groovy guru. All right? Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is back in Psalms chapter 83 and 1.
Anytime you brothers want to chime in.
I'm looking for some precepts now.
Because I got a little yah-yin in me, so I can go.
Okay, good.
Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. One word, conspiracy. That's a conspiracy. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Hey, let me say this. The so-called Jews that call themselves Israelites and go all into the history, they know who the real Israelites are. The elite know who the real Israelites are because they read the scriptures and they sent out there, because they're multi-trillionaires, man. They have sent out their archaeologists and the archaeologists, and their biblical historians, and there's different scholars, they're biblical scholars, to read these books, to go into the Hebrew, to go into the Greek, to know what the words actually mean. They know the name of the Most High, all right? Even you said that, Nate. I remember you got in an argument with Gabar, and you said that the white man knows the name of the Most High, and Gabar said, nah, the white man don't know the name of the Most High. Refresh my memory, Gabar, if I'm not going off.
Yeah.
Right. But basically, you were right. Esau does know the name of the Most High, because in order for you to hide the name of the Most High and put another name in front of the name of the Most High, you have to know the real name of the Most High, right? If let's say Ricard says, somebody says, well, how do I get to XYZ Street? And Ricard says, well, you go that way. And I come in there and say, no, you don't go that way. So the guy will say, well, where do I go? I don't know where you go, but it ain't that way. No, for me to say that's not the right way, I would have to know where the right direction is, man. Okay? So going back to the super elite, you got the elite and the super elite. The super elite know the name of the Most High, and they deliberately hide it by putting that word Christ out there. Lahab even came out of the dust pits, and he made a video, and every other word he's saying Christ this and Christ that. And ain't nobody listen to that guy. You Lahab, just get in a fetal position and just fucking die, man, and go in the spiritual world, man. Go back in the spiritual world. You're no longer in demand, my man.
The act is over.
The act is over, man. Okay?
Hey, even Richard Roundtree, Shaft retired, man. That's why they had to do a new movie, and they got Sam Jackson to be the new Shaft, because even Richard Roundtree said, look, man, and he was lousy, but even Richard Roundtree said, man, I don't do this shit no more. And there was one thing, it was a few years ago, it was some show, I forgot what show it was, and they had Richard Roundtree on there. He came on there, one of them black, he wasn't Arsenio, it was an Arsenio Hall type show, some Jake or whatever. And then my man came up there, Richard Roundtree, and people was, oh my goodness, Shaft. They played the Shaft theme. This is based on Lahab. They played the Shaft theme right as the brother was interviewing Richard Roundtree about other movies and other work he did. And then the brother said, Richard, I got to ask you a question, man. You know, when people still see you on the street, when people see you places and stuff, they call you Shaft. How do you feel about that? Don't you still like that? And then even Richard Rogers said, man, look, man, a part of me get kind of tired of this shit, man. I'm like, look, man, come on, I left already.
Well, you know what? Hey, Lahab, it's time for you to leave, man. Hey, it's time for you to pack it in. This guy, when Sugar Ray Robinson was getting his ass whipped, people were kind of hinting that he's retired, right? And the guy that really made him retire was this guy Miles Davis, right? And he pulled Sugar to the side. He said, Ray, you're packing it in.
Oh, man.
And Ray had to go, man. Ray had to go to the Madison Square Garden back in 1965. And he had to put on that white robe and come out there and do his little bow.
Yeah.
The great Ray Robinson even had to retire. Yeah. Hey, Lahab, it's time for you to retire, man.
Even Sugar Ray Leonard eventually.
We always get on Sugar Ray, man.
It took him a long time, but he eventually got it, man. He kept doing them different mock retirements. He get his ass whooped. I remember that too. When he was still, I'm coming back.
Let me ask you a question. When was the first time he thought about retiring?
When he was going to fight the Hagler.
Nope.
Or was it before that?
Hey. The first time Duran, the first fight, and he was young. Yeah, he just got out of the Olympics, man.
Yeah, okay.
That was what, 79, if I'm not mistaken?
79, Con, yes.
He was in the Olympics back in 76.
Yeah.
He was still a kid.
Yeah,
when he got his ass whipped by Duran, he went down to the islands and shit with his wife, and he said, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And then basically, certain people talk him into boxing again. Yep. So he's a great retirer, man.
He's a good, because I know when he was going to fight a Hagler, when they were leading up, that was like the 83, something like that, 84.
He was retired.
He was retired.
He was retired, man.
He was retired.
Right? And the reason why I don't want to get into a boxing program, but the reason why he said he knew he can beat Hagler, because he was watching a fight with him, Hagler fighting John the Beast Mugabe. Yeah. Even though Hagler beat Mugabe was not known for being a boxer, but Mugabe was kind of outboxing Hagler, and Hagler caught up to his ass and knocked him out. And then Sugar Ray was in the audience sitting next to Michael J. Fox. Yeah. And he basically said, I can beat Hagler. Yeah. And he basically got out of retirement or semi-retirement.
Right. He was retired. Yeah,
you know? That's right.
But he kept coming back retiring, but eventually his ass retired. Lahab retired. And Nate, you should retire, man. You should stay retired, man. Okay? You should just fucking retire, man.
Yeah, because I can't wait until you actually make that video, the full-length video of the conspiracy theory or conspiracy brothers, so I can come back and dissect it, man. Oh, yeah. And there's other guys going to dissect it, man. Yeah. Okay, they're going to dissect it, my brother. All right.
Hey, well, even these guys are doing. I don't know if it was one of us, our brothers, or some other guys. Well, I know even these dudes, House of David, even they put up videos on you with the name of the Lord. So it's not just GMS. There's other camps out there, other groups, House of David in particular, Barack and them guys. They getting on you all of a sudden now. They putting up videos showing the truth because people are like, "This guy's a goddamn hypocrite, man. You're a hypocrite." They getting on you and they getting on you. Everybody's getting on you.